friends, welcome back to a new video. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about December's energy and some symptoms of ascension, which means that you may notice that you are becoming more aware, your awareness is expanding, and with that there comes many signs and many consequences to it. And sometimes they may shock you a little bit because we think that spiritual evolution is all about growth and progress and more positivity or higher emotions. But on the other side, it's also a lot about letting certain things go or changing drive, changing motivation. Certain things that used to motivate you don't motivate you anymore. So sometimes when people go through this kind of processes, they feel lost because they're not driven to do the same things that they've been doing before, and they need to notice what's that new drive, which is usually way deeper. It's not superficial anymore. Now there's a soul drive that we're tapping into. At the beginning of December, I've mentioned to you that in December, many things that are not in sync with your energy anymore will slowly start falling out of your life. And many of us may be feeling this right at this moment. Like maybe with certain people, we're just having these conclusions, this, we are closing chapters. We're letting certain things go. We are not tolerating certain things anymore. And on the other side, we're meeting completely new people. We're meeting completely new experiences. We're getting into completely new things that are surprising us in many ways. So one thing, how I see it right now, is that polarity of energy, like feminine and masculine energy, is coming into balance. So what was out of balance for you is now calling you. It's now like your drive to take care of it. And you can experience it in a way that if you've been lacking some masculinity in your life, you will be more deeply drawn into certain type of activities or workout routines or practices that will help you to establish more of this energy in your body, to really ground more of this energy in your body. If you've been very masculine but you're lacking feminine energy, you may be drawn more into some soft activities like dancing or doing art or singing or this kind of expression. And if you're paying attention to how are you feeling right now, and if you will be aware how the month of December is going, you will notice that towards the end of December you will already feel so much more balanced. But you will also start to see that how you are looking into the future, like for the year 2025, you will see a whole new path for you, because each decision you make in your life creates a whole new timeline for you. When you start making decisions out of more balanced energy, well, your timeline will become so much more fulfilling, balanced, and most probably it will give you a greater sense of wholeness, and it will introduce you to new things that will provide you a sense of purpose. So many people right now are dealing with what we call purification that leads to transformation, that leads to alkalization. So yeah, in more practical language, it means that you're going through a process of letting go. And for letting go, we need to be truthful. We need to be honest, firstly with ourselves and then with people around us, like partners, family members, co-workers, with whomever we feel like we've ended a chapter, we've ended a story, and we deserve more. Like, to some of you, one sign that may be right now really clear is that you know your worth. Now you know your worth and you've become aware that you deserve more. And sometimes people don't look at this this thing as something big, but it's actually huge, because once you recognize that you deserve more, that you've been made for so much more than just this limited experience, you start saying no to things that don't resonate with you anymore. And this is huge. Like, if this is happening to you, celebrate you. This is huge, because most people don't see lives this way. Most people don't know that they deserve more, and therefore they're not living this way. They're making, they're thinking same way about themselves, they are feeling same way about themselves as they used to, so they're making same choices, and same choices lead them to same experiences, and same experiences lead them to same emotions, and same emotions lead them to same thoughts, and same thoughts lead them to the same cycle. So what you've done, you've break the cycle because you felt you want more. And this is huge. One thing that you also may notice at this point in your life is that you've stopped looking at people so much as, how you would define them. You've started looking at them more as a certain energy field. And it may feel like if you don't resonate with them, you don't have much to do with them. If you can't, get in sync with them, then you can slowly let them go. And it starts with setting boundaries. And then these boundaries will become stronger and usually longer, like you will start limiting time with them, or it will happen completely organically, like you will try to schedule a meeting and then it will not work out, and things like that may start happening. That's how you notice, okay, there's an energy difference between you and this person. It's not a good or bad thing, it's just, you're on a different path, and it's completely okay. Like, really cherish your path and be open for what new is coming to you. This is something you may be noticing in your life. And when I said that you started looking at people more as energy, like with whom you resonate, you will notice with those people you resonate, they most probably have a similar story to you, a similar background to you, or they have something that they can teach you or you can teach them. Which means, in physics there's a term, constructive interference. When same frequency comes together, it becomes stronger. And that's what is happening right now. I think the universe is calling together people that are on the same energy, so this new energy that is based on authenticity, on honesty, on growth, on purpose, on contribution, on expansion, on development, or whatever good that can come out of it, would increase. When it increases, when this kind of energy increases, it creates momentum that becomes so much more accessible to other people who want to grow, who want to expand, and that's something that is very potent right now. For a whole year this momentum was building, and right now I feel it's stronger than ever. So I'm noticing in my life, like, I'm meeting very incredible people, and people from, I sometimes say, from my old life. We just can't find time anymore. It just happens organically that we don't come together anymore. I've noticed with some people in my life that some are quitting jobs, some are finally noticing what they truly want to do. Some have changed their jobs this year, somewhere in the middle of this year, and are now very, very happy about these decisions and are just going deeper into a sense of purpose. And that's how you notice in December, you will just see more of it. Like, anything superficial is nothing to you anymore. Like, I mean, it's not nothing, but it's not so important to you anymore. It's something deeper that is motivating you now. You're most probably noticing that you're not like someone may say to you, hey, would you like to make this amount of money, and you may be happy. But if someone would say to you, hey, would you do something that you would be very, very passionate about, you would rather take this job because it would provide you so much more passion, and you know that through passion you will also eventually find ways to make money with it. So you're not so focused anymore on surface level goals. You are driven by something divine, by something so much deeper. This is something that many of us are also finding out right now. So no more superficial things are really, they're not so important to us anymore. Because we know that, well, if we focus on contribution and we learn to manage ourselves and our activities the way that we spend less energy on what's not constructive, and therefore we invest more of our energy into something that really builds good quality of work and connection, eventually everything will be provided for everyone. And we focus rather on managing that than just focusing on making money. And this is a big difference. So another sign you can experience that you're ascending right now is that you feel more connected to life. You feel more connected to your intuition, to your voice, your inner voice, not your monkey mind, your inner voice. Don't lose yourself in mind, my friend. You're bigger than that. You are feeling more connected to life, and there's many different ways we experience it. Sometimes it's like you go into nature and you experience a strong connection with light, with sun, or with a forest, or with an ocean. Depends of where you live, and you feel like, in the past you would be like, I need to go hiking, I need to go for a run, I need to do this and that and that. And now for you it may feel completely enough just to be outside under the sun. Maybe something like that. It's a sign that your awareness is expanding and your senses are now getting in more information. It's a beautiful thing that happens because, well, we recognize that we don't need to just have this very strong impulses to be happy or to feel good about ourselves. Sometimes we can be very mindful and slow and experience same satisfaction, or perhaps even greater one, because it comes out of awareness rather than out of doing something, which doesn't say, you shouldn't be doing a lot or you shouldn't be doing sports. I love sports. I'm doing many different sports. I'm very active when it comes to sports. I love that. But I also love slow movement sometimes. Like sometimes I do yoga, and sometimes I just go under the sun and I stand like this and I enjoy it. And we've been used to rush through life so much and do so many different things, and what so many people right now are doing, they're slowing down. And one thing that happens when we slow down is that we suddenly become aware of our senses. We let go of the stress and rushing and worrying, and we come back to our senses. And for some people it's quite overwhelming. That's why they need more time with that. So sensitivity is one thing that comes to the surface at this point, because we actually become aware of our senses. So sensitivity is not something, some people are more sensitive than others. It's just some people are more aware of their senses than others. And once they learn what to do with that, they recognize there's purpose behind it. We can sense more. We can, we can prepare ourselves because we sense our environment. We can take care of something because we sense what's going on. It's a very healthy and helpful sensation that we experience. It's how our body speaks to us. We can become artists because we sense incredible ideas and visions. So sensitivity is not a bad thing. It's a byproduct of this time of ascension, of expansion of awareness. It's a byproduct of this process. But we also need to make sure that we stay grounded. Like at the beginning, I've mentioned the balance between feminine and masculine energies. Sometimes when people become more sensitive, they stop doing hard things. They stop doing things that challenge their pain, that challenge their fears and things like that. But actually, you need it. You need it because your sensitivity shouldn't be an escape from pain or escape from fear. It should be a guide into pain and fear, and then just do it more consciously. Like you can still go into the gym and do a good workout, but just do it more consciously. You don't need to go there and overwork yourself. You can know how much is enough for you and then slowly keep expanding yourself, right? You don't need to go out for a run and just exhaust yourself. You can do it consciously and make a slow progress and eventually create much better results. It's just about bringing consciousness into our daily activities so we are less unconscious and therefore more conscious, more aware. This is a beautiful balance that happens. Another thing you may notice, another sign you may notice that you're ascending at this point in December is that you're taking no bullshit in anymore. Like you can easily read what's the truth. You can easily read when that someone is authentic. You can easily notice that something is good for you, and if it's not, you're slowly like separating yourself from it. You know that there's a whole new life for you when you become more true to you, right? More true to yourself, when you become more honest with yourself. You know there's a whole new life. There are people who are on your level. There's your tribe, there's your community, there's your passions and your support and everything on the other side of you ignoring your own needs and desires and all of that. So many people I'm seeing are noticing at this point that they're just not tolerating any bullshit anymore. They're not taking it in. They read people well. Have you noticed that you've started reading people very, very deeply, profoundly? You just, like, you can read them like a book. And those who are honest with you, open and pure in their hearts, with them you will create very beautiful relationships, and it will almost feel unreal because that's how fast it will happen. And to those that haven't come to this point, you will easily decide what to do. So this is a very, very great thing. And I think when we come to the level where we can become honest and truthful with ourselves, then so many things in life become easier because we notice that what's not good for us, we say no to it. But we need to be careful that we don't mix something that's not good for us with something we're afraid of doing. Because life brings you challenging things, so you would actually push the boundary of what you're scared of, and notice that you're capable of so much more. So you are capable of so much more, and I hope you see it for yourself as well. Let me know how are you feeling during this time and what kind of signs you are experiencing or which one resonates with you the most. I will leave you here. I hope you found a great value in today's message. Much love to all of you, and thanks to everyone for choosing to support my art in our store, AttractPassion.com. You are very appreciated, my friends. Thank you so much. And till next time, one love.